Welcome to NaviWork, your guide to settling into a new organization. Fresh out of school or transitioning from one organization to the next. I know it can be challenging to navigate the work environment because I've been there, done that, and worn the t-shirt. I am the amazing Ameze and I'm here to help. I can't wait to see you every Monday at 7 a.m. Hello, welcome to NaviWork with Amazing Ameze, guide to navigating the workplace. I hope you had an excellent weekend. So today I'm going to be talking about response time. Response time, very important. I think I'm going to have to stop saying very important, but the truth is these things are important, so I can't help myself. So I'm going to read an excerpt from the book so that and then I'll talk about it. For workplaces with employees and customers in different time zones, being sensitive to the time zone of your receiver, especially in urgent situations, is necessary. There's nothing worse than being forgotten because of where you live and work. So what is a good standard response time? A professional standard courtesy response time is 2 hours from the time the inquiry was made. Creating your own system to review your inbox that permits a response time within 2 hours will set you and your team up for communication success. So this specifically is talking about emails, but normally when people assign tasks to you and they give you a deadline, most times the deadline is there for a reason. It's not necessarily because the person wants to put you under pressure. It's because there's a reason why that work has to come out at a certain time. Your ability to respond as and when due is very important. It speaks to your credibility, your organizational skills, and the fact that even if you cannot deliver, you should be able to communicate to say, I received your email, I'm looking at it, however, I'm unsure that I'll be able to get this thing to you at such and such a time. That's also respect for the person. But response time is a very, very important factor. It can, in law, we always say time is of the essence. That also has to do with the time within which you respond to a task that has been assigned to you. And it is not an excuse that you had a vacation or that something popped up. Trust me, there is always a legitimate reason why you cannot do what you're supposed to do when you should do it. There's always we can all come up with legitimate reasons why we're unable to do things that we're supposed to do. So what do you do when you get a task to be done? You appraise the task, assess it, and look at it, and the person says, I want this by tomorrow morning. By the time you're done assessing it, you need to be able to go back to the person to say, I've reviewed it. I think I'm going to be able to get it back to you by 12 noon tomorrow. Or there's so much work. This is the scope I have to cover. I don't think that I will be able to do justice to what you have asked me to do within the time frame that you're giving me. Can I ask you to please extend the time within which I've had to do it a lot of times. It's not every time that I was given a task that I did it immediately, just when the person said they needed it. I remember once my MD asked me to do something, and I said to him, I have reviewed it. However, can I give it to you on Tuesday after the weekend instead of Monday so that I'll have enough time to give it the attention it deserves? He said, that's fine. Imagine that I don't do anything about it. I just look at it and I say, okay, that's fine. I will give it to him when I can give it to him. I become an unreliable person. I become someone that cannot be depended on. So when you get into an organization, a good way to navigate is to show how dependable you are. That when you say somebody will get something at 4 p.m., they get it at 3:30. Response time. People now take note that, if you give Ameze something to do, if you give Jaden something to do, if you give Carla something to do, she gets it to you on time. She's reliable. It's a great way to make advancement in the workplace. I'm sure you will agree with me. Imagine giving somebody something to do and the person always gives it to you on or before the time you need it. You will always go back to that person. And when there's an opportunity for advancement, you put that person forward because you don't want that person to leave your organization. And that's exactly what is expected of you. So don't delay when you have something to do. Respond on time. And if you're unable to respond on time, make sure that you notify the person that has made that request so the person doesn't feel taken for granted. I hope you found this useful. See you again and have an amazing week. Any questions, send an email to amazingameze@naviwork.live.